Alright, this is a quiz from the start. How much do you really know about walruses? You might think you know quite a bit, but trust me, there's a lot more to these cuddly-looking tusked giants than meets the eye. Are you ready to dive into the world of walruses? If so, here are 10 facts about walruses that will make you say, I never knew that before. But before we begin, make sure you hit that like button for more fun animal videos. Also, stick around until the end to learn how you can help support our channel. And without further ado, let's get started. Number 10. A big one. Walruses are among the largest marine mammals in the world. That's right, the biggest ones can weigh over 1,500 kilograms, roughly the same as an adult polar bear or 2 grand pianos. Their massive bodies measure around 3 meters in length and stand almost a meter tall when on all fours. These guys are built for life in the sea and on land, thanks to their sturdy limbs and huge paws, which allow them to move around with surprising agility despite their size. So next time you hear someone comparing themselves to a walrus, remember that this is no laughing matter. Walruses are serious heavy lifters. No. 9. Toothsome tusks. Walruses may look like they just stepped out of a cartoon with their large tusks and round bellies. But don't be fooled. These tusks are not just for show. In fact, they are essential tools for survival. Both male and female walruses have tusks, which can grow up to 1 meter long over their lifetime. They use them to haul themselves out of the water, break through ice, defend against predators, and establish dominance within their group. To put it simply, these tusks are like the ultimate multi-purpose tool for walruses. And just to give you an idea of how strong these tusks are, they can pierce the skin of a polar bear, one of the toughest animals on the planet. So if anyone dares to mess with a walrus, they better watch out for those tusks. Number 8. The power of smell. You might think a walrus's sense of smell isn't worth mentioning. But trust me, these guys have some seriously impressive sniffer skills. Walruses have about 450 sensitive whiskers called vibrissae, which are located on their upper lip. These whiskers help them detect subtle changes in water movement and pressure, allowing them to locate shellfish on the ocean floor with ease. Plus, they can pick up scents from miles away, helping them find food and avoid danger. It's like having your own personal GPS system built into your face. And don't underestimate the power of these whiskers! They are so sensitive that walruses can feel the vibrations of a single grain of sand hitting the bottom of the ocean. Now, that's what I call a super sense. Number 7. Icebreakers. When you imagine a walrus, you might picture it lounging on a piece of ice, basking in the sun with its fellow walrus. But did you know that walruses can actually use their tusks to haul themselves onto ice sheets? That's right, they can literally walk on water, or should I say, ice. This ability is thanks to their strong tusks, which they use to grip onto the ice and pull themselves out of the water. No wonder they're nicknamed toothwalkers. In some languages, imagine walking up to a frozen lake, grabbing onto the edge with your teeth, and pulling yourself out. Now that's what I call a power move. And don't worry, walruses aren't just limited to walking on thin ice. They can also break through thick sheets of ice with their tusks, creating breathing holes for themselves. Talk about being resourceful. Number 6. Loud talkers. If you've ever been to the Arctic or watched a documentary about walruses, then you've probably heard them make noise. And let me tell you, these guys are not shy about letting their voices be heard. Walruses are very vocal animals, and they use a variety of sounds to communicate with each other. From barks to squeals to bell-like sounds, their repertoire is impressive. And don't think these sounds are just for show. They serve an important purpose. For example, a mother walrus might use a high-pitched squeal to call her calf, or a male walrus might use a deep bark to warn off rivals. Plus, their underwater calls can be so loud that they can even be heard through the hulls of boats. That's right. Their voices carry that much power. So if you ever hear a strange noise coming from the sea, it might just be a walrus saying hello. No. 5. Vacuum cleaners. Walruses are not picky eaters. They will pretty much eat anything they can find on the ocean floor, including clams, snails, and crustaceans. But their favorite meal is the humble clam. In fact, a single walrus can suck up thousands of clams in one sitting by vacuuming them out of their shells. This ability is thanks to their strong, flexible lips, which they use to create a suction effect that sucks the clams right out of their shells. Just imagine being able to clean a plate faster than anyone else at the table. It would definitely come in handy during all-you-can-eat days at the buffet. No. 4. Thick skin and blubber. Living in the Arctic Circle requires a warm coat, and walruses have it in spades. Unlike us, humans who bundle up in layers of clothing, walruses have a natural winter coat that keeps them warm in freezing temperatures. Their skin is up to 4 centimeters thick and covered in a layer of fat called blubber, which acts as an insulator. This helps them survive in water as cold as -2 degrees Celsius without shivering. And let's face it, trying to stay warm in those temperatures is hard enough as it is. Add blubber to the mix and you've got yourself a cozy winter wonderland. Just don't ask me to touch your blubber. It's probably not as soft as it looks. Number 3. Social giants. If you've ever seen a picture of a walrus haul out, then you know that these guys love to stick together. Walruses are highly social creatures who spend most of their time hanging out with other walruses. They typically gather in groups called herds, which can number in the thousands during the summer months. These herds haul out on land or floating sheets of ice to bask in the sun, rest and socialize. And don't think walruses are all talk. They have plenty of action to back up their social media presence. These guys are known for their boisterous energy, which can include lots of grunting, squealing, and tusk. But hey, when you live in one of the harshest environments on Earth, you gotta stick together to survive. No. 2. Long lives. Walruses are known for their impressive lifespans. These Arctic giants can live for up to 40 years, which is longer than the average lifespan of many other large mammals. This longevity is likely due to a combination of factors, including their access to nutrient-rich food sources, their ability to adapt to changing environmental conditions, and their generally low mortality rate. In other words, walruses are basically the Benjamin Buttons of the sea. They just refuse to grow old, and they do it with style. Imagine reaching 40 and still feeling like you're in your prime. Now that's a goal to strive for. And who knows, maybe living in the Arctic Circle has its perks after all. No. 1. A changing world. Walruses are facing a unique challenge in today's world: climate change. As the Arctic Circle warms, sea ice is melting at a rapid pace, which means walruses are losing their traditional resting grounds. This is causing some major problems for these already endangered creatures. Without safe places to rest, walruses are more vulnerable to predators and have a harder time finding food. This is why scientists are working overtime to study walruses and learn more about their behavior. By understanding how walruses are affected by climate change, researchers hope to develop strategies to protect them from extinction. After all, these tusk titans have been around for centuries. We want to make sure they stick around for many more years to come. And you can help by supporting our channel and spreading the word about walrus conservation. Now, it's your turn. Which fact surprised you the most about walruses? Did you learn something new? Or maybe you've always wanted to visit the Arctic Circle to see these magnificent creatures for yourself. Let us know in the comments below. Also, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more fun animal videos. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy walrus spotting!